Hey everybody. So after a great round of feedback from our users, after I previewed the forecast desk last week, here is the beta version. It is live. So for anybody who didn't watch last week, what this is that it is a heavy duty projection investment calculator that is based on the Monte Carlo method, as well as a handful of other ways that professional, investment advisors help project how your money can grow and all the different tools that they use. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I wanted to provide a really highly detailed calculator for you to be able to project your financial future. And obviously, hopefully, it helps you, it helps inspire you to save more and invest more because you can see how it compounds over time. So let's dive in. So this is Forecast Desk, and Forecast Desk is already live. It's on moneyscale.app. I'll put the link down below. And what you do is you start up here in the upper left, and you can put the current value of your assets. So say you wanted to start with $100,000, and then you put what your monthly investments are, and say that you're doing something like, even if you do $6,000 a month, you're basically maxing out your 401k with potentially a company match and your Roth IRA at that point. And then what you do is you work your way down, rate of return, inflation amount, and then you could also choose a preset mix depending on if you are fully in equities or if you have a more balanced portfolio between equities and bonds, things like that. All the details are written in here, by the way, so you can read in more detail, or you can comment below or reach out to me, and I'm happy to dive in. Also, if you happen to find any bugs in the meantime with this, please let me know. I've tested it as much as I can test it at this point, and as much as I can also rely on Claude to test it for me, and this is where it's at so far. So as I pointed out the other day, this is the one that I'm actually really excited about, the life events. So what I put, life happens, and you have things that you want to take your money out for. You shouldn't be waiting until you're 65 or 70 or 80 to be living your life. I'm not saying to take money out of your retirement early, but this is also projecting your overall investment portfolio. So say that you want to take out a certain amount of money in 5 years from now to buy a home. Say that you want to take out something like 300,000. Well, I guess we're based off of 100,000 here, so we might want to say based off of $50,000 that you want to take out. If you want to take out $50,000 in 5 years from now, and your new monthly investment after that might go down if you're paying the cost of a mortgage. So what you can do is you can lower that down. Instead of paying, say, what did we do? I think we did $6,000 a month. Say that you can only put in $5,000 a month at that point. And what it does is it's cool because it shows here that this is your home purchase. You can also update, the naming of this if you would like. So whatever year that is. And you can see exactly how it impacts the overall trajectory. And in the beginning, it doesn't seem to have all that much of an impact. So it looks like, the beginning of year 4, you're looking at about $350,000. And it continues to grow from there, which isn't all that bad. $50,000, or sorry, I think I put the wrong amount here. No, that really is $50,000. So yeah, it doesn't really have all that much of an impact in the short term, but as you go out to like year 15, this is where I think it really starts to stand out. As you can see, your plan, you're going to have, say, 1.7 million invested at that point, but without any life events. So without pulling out the $50,000 to purchase the home, you're down $2 million in comparison. And then right below that, it also shows the 5th to 95 percentile. So that's really important because it kind of shows based on the different ways that the market can play out over the coming years. On the 5th percentile, like the worst possible scenario, you might only be sitting on like $894,000, which is still a great amount of money. Or you might be sitting on 3.2 million if the market does incredibly well, the 95 percentile. So all of this continues to grow and fan out, and there's a lot of different elements that are built into this calculator that you can dive into. I'm happy to make more videos on it as well, and down below it goes into the details of how this is built, what calculators this is based off of, the different simulations. So this is running anywhere from 500 to 2,500 runs using either normal distribution or a fat-tailed student T, which produces crashes at a more realistic frequency. So there's a lot that went into this, a lot of research went into this. This is honestly a lot of fun to build, and all of this is built into MoneyScale. So MoneyScale, for those of you who don't know, is the website that I had built during Replit's 10th anniversary anniversary build-a-thon a couple months ago, and it has dozens of calculators and projections and things that you can use. It also has some free education tools. So please feel free to check it out. I would love to hear your feedback. And again, I'm happy to dive into more detailed tutorials if you are interested in learning more. So thanks so much. Have a great rest of your week.